alternator and 2003 Nissan Altima. And here we go. Basic tools that you probably would need is a 3/8 inch drive wrench. You'll need a 14mm socket for it. You'll need a 1/4 inch wrench. A longer one is better, something like that, so you get a little more leverage, but it doesn't really matter. A 1/4 inch, any 1/4 inch drive socket wrench will work. For that, you will need a 12mm socket and a 10mm socket, definitely. Now, my alternator, the new one I got, actually had a 13mm bolt that fit on it, so you might not actually need this 13, but I'd have it just in case. You'll need this. I have a 5mm Craftsman, you know, I'm blanking out on the name of this, but one of these to take off the top cover of the engine. You'll need a flathead screwdriver. Any size will work to pop off that wire harness. You're going to need a 14mm wrench for the pulley. And you're also going to need a longer extension for the 1/4 inch ratchet. And those are all the tools you need, or you should need, for the basic to do it. Now, I did use a 1/2 inch drive wrench with a 14mm socket on it. This just gave me more oomph when cracking loose the bolts on the alternator itself, because some of them, they were just on there pretty tight, so I just used this for extra leverage. As you're going to see in the video, I did need to take a tire off, and the Nissan Altimas take a 21mm impact socket to take off the tires. Just some FYI there. And then a pry bar is handy when taking the alternator out. You don't necessarily need it, but it helps. And then in the video, you're going to see me use, I'm going to be using an electric screw gun. That just is quicker to take off the top bolt, but you can just use a 1/4 inch or a 3/8 drive, whatever drive you have, to take off with this. And that's all the tools you need. All right, now let's get started on actually doing the fix. The first thing on the list we want to do is take the negative terminal off the battery, so we have no more juice going to the alternator. So you're next going to have to remove this cover off the top of the engine, because your alternator is down here. So you can use either a 3/8 wrench or a drill, it doesn't matter, to pop these out. So looking at the top view of the motor here, there's 4 things you want to do. You want to take out this wiring harness with like a flathead screwdriver. This is one of those style that you just pop out. So don't be yanking on it or you're going to ruin it. There is a bolt here, and then a bolt underneath this wire, and then there's another bolt right here you want to pop out. So after all those top bolts are taken off, there are 2 bolts that hold this alternator in. There's one right here, and there's one down below. The one right here is pretty easy. We're just going to take that out right now. So the second bolt for this alternator is a bit of a pain. There's a couple steps you want to take before you go for the second bolt. First step is to take this belt off, and regardless, even if that bolt's gone or if something happened to that bolt, you have to take this off to take the alternator off. So to do that, you're going to need to take a wrench to get down on the side of the engine. This pulley here is the one connected to the alternator. You got a pulley directly below it, and then there's a third below that one. there's a small bolt sticking out from it, and that's where you want to put your wrench on. You want to have the wrench facing up towards you so you can push down to relieve the tension on the belt. So what you're going to see next is I'm going to push it down, and the belt's going to loosen. I'm going to pull the belt off. So when taking this pulley off, well, I should say I got this pulley off sitting right here. When you take it off, just be careful. Don't just wing it off and then release your pulley, or it'll come off all your other pulleys on the engine. If you slowly release your pulley while you're pulling off the strap here, it'll stay on. It should stay on everything. Now, I actually had trouble getting enough leverage from up top with the 14mm, so I actually had to come at it from the bottom. And you're gonna have to take the tire off, and then right down in here, if you look up, not this pulley, but the next one up is the one we were going at. So from down here, you can just get more leverage if you can't get your pulley to move from up top. And you will actually probably need a second hand while somebody lays down here to pull on the pulley down here. Somebody's going to have to get the pulley off the actual alternator itself. So there's two ways you can do that then. And if the top way works, that's good. Bottom way works, that's fine too. And then the next step is to get that bolt out. Okay, so one of the things that you have to do before you go for that bottom bolt on the alternator is remove this box here, or just move it out of the way, because that bottom bolt is too long to pull completely out. Is take that bolt off down there, and that will allow this box to move a little bit. This is why this bolt, you have to do the work you have to do to try and get it out. Well, actually, why you have to move this. The bolt you move to, kind of gives you a little give here, allows you to just sneak this right out. Now that everything's out with this alternator, you can either pull it out by hand, or it can be easier if you get your pry bar here. Alright, so now we got the new alternator in. You're going to want to make sure that everything lines up right, and always put the bottom bolt in first. That's going to be the hardest to do. Put both the main bolts in hand tight, and then once they are both in hand tight, that's when you want to actually tighten them. So when you're putting the belt back on, then you're going to have to use the pulley again to loosen it to give you enough room to pop it back on here. And now the rest of the video is just going to be a speed run of putting everything back together then for you. So, as you can see, no funky noises, nothing's going on. Belt, everything looks like it's running okay. That's all good signs, so that means you did it right. And that's how you replace a 2003 Nissan Altima's alternator.